I've got a problem with Cobblemon, and I'm pretty sure I made it worse. From face value, there is a spirit tomb in the background. Anyways, from face value, there is legitimately no reason to even touch Cobblemon, like the mod, other than just the fact that it's there. Like, there doesn't feel like any real reason to use it, so it's not as encouraged. And that's a problem. And of course, because I've got friends that aren't into Pokemon as much, I thought adding other mods, like just small little ones, to give them something more familiar, it's just the nice thing to do, right? Until that becomes the only reason they come on the server. This is, very loud. I'm gonna move away. It's also very much because of my stubborn nature. The way I made this mod pack was to be like base Cobblemon, with like obviously a few small exceptions, but I never wanted to have anything that had like legendaries or like mega stones or anything of that regard that would be like too powerful, because a lot of them don't really have too much challenge. The most challenge would be like just looking for legendaries. And, you know, there's a structure for pretty much each one. There were legendary birds spawning left and right when I tried it, so it didn't really feel special, you know? And I also want to see what base, like the main Cobblemon devs do. Yeah. And because I want to build up this world to be something that like everyone can appreciate, I may have added create aeronautical, which in hindsight was more because we couldn't get the create interactive. Because stupidly enough, I'm on Neoforge because I thought everyone was moving to Neoforge. Turns out that was not the case. And anyways, fuck the piano cut off. Anyways, I hope that drawed out the raw emotions that were. So I hope that you shed a tear for, because that video content. Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna go with that. That's the next step. Trying to create challenge. Actually having a reason to train Pokemon. And so that's where today's episode comes in. Today's episode is mostly going to be preparation. But of course, these ones are very much on the building side. But if you take a look to the other side, we've got two things that'll involve Pokemon a lot more. First off, I want to start with the Rhyhorn racing, which I may have to explain. And this one I'll get to in a little bit. Now with these events, they bring something to the table that feels different than what everyone else is doing. Of course, because of these other mods, people are getting into more like technical things. But you know, when it comes to Pokemon training, they cheat. I don't really know. With these events, it'll encourage people to get more into figuring out how battling works, while also getting people interested in the ride stats. I don't really know a better way to say that one, but yeah. Those are the areas that I want to try to tackle. You may also be wondering why I've got such a massive area of space in my farm area. That's because I want to make a track for these guys. For those that actually know Pokemon, this may be a pretty familiar concept, with Rhyhorn racing being that it is literally just like horse racing, but with the sky instead. He's a little cutie. Don't ask why he's holding the saddle in his mouth. But another thing you might notice is he's actually not all that fast. Although he does make up for it with having a lot of stamina. Now, of course, I want to use a lot of this space for my actual farms. So I don't want to sacrifice too much for the track, but I like the idea of either starting here and going underneath this little barrier that I've got, and maybe looping it around this way. I think even taking advantage of this little thing, make some bridges or something, would be interesting. So if I made like a circuit around here, I think that would be quite cool. I'm definitely not going to be able to have a full-fledged track by the end of this, but if I can at least set up the concept, that could work. After messing with the wall for a brief moment, I eventually ended up with an exit and an entrance. So now we got a bit of direction for this track. All I need to do is clear the trees, so maybe I'll do a little time lapse for that. Man, I'm doing a lot of these like editing, like context things today. Yeah, once again, I am at odds with the replay mod, and I forgot to like properly save them, so it's a little bit of a skip ahead. So I'll make up for it later. Whew, I knew this was going to be quite a task when I started doing it, but man, is it boring clearing trees. I'm getting a lot of wood out of this, though, at least. Future worry out the way. I mean, the map's looking good. It's a nice, clear path. Obviously, there's a few bits that I'll probably need to make a bit more clear that it's even a track, but at the moment, I'm just literally paving a path. So, yeah, I don't really know why I stopped the time lapse. I guess I just didn't want it to be the whole thing. I'll do a bit more, and then maybe I'll continue a bit of my life decks before we get to the other stuff. At least I'm ending up with a lot of resources for my other projects. So this is working out quite well. And then we'll have a fun track to actually, like, it'll actually be optimized for... Wow, it'll be good for land mounts. Not so much else, but no, we can have more than one track. I'd love to spend my time doing this exact same boring thing again. Yeah. Then I haven't got as much enthusiasm as I should have. Whoops. Well, I think this is plenty of progress. Let's do something else. Alright, what's next? Need Venonat. I know where I can get that. This was a bust. The weather is very representative of my success. Although I haven't tried a swamp yet. Maybe I'll do that. Man, it took a little while, but I found one. I wasn't meant to send you out though. Oh, whoops. Yeah, goddamn. It doesn't spawn as often, does it? And I need 2 of these. Should be right. Anyways, yeah, they spawn at night, in swamps, and I'm pretty sure dark oak forests, but I didn't have too much luck there. And they can also put you to sleep. Just because, why not? I don't even know why his eyes are still... Can you even sleep? Do you have a sleep animation? He's supposed to be asleep. You're alright. You okay? And then right after, I successfully and easily caught myself another one, and didn't accidentally misclick any other moves and knock it out and then not be able to find another one. And I'll pretend like I didn't fail to catch one, and anyways, moving on. Next on my list is reasonably easy, if I had any light. Wait, come back here. I need a Doug Trio. But you know, they can start from a Diglett as well. Not too big of a deal. Good thing is, he was only one level away from evolving, so that's another one down pretty easily. Now it's down. The next one on my list is also pretty easy. I literally just need a Meowth. Oh, that's a Galarian Meowth. Oh. You don't evolve into Persian. I'll catch you anyways. Alright, here we go. He's decently high level as well. Don't click Iron Head again. Yeah, I want to try pick up the Dark type one as well at some point, but you know, this is a good start. Similarly, this one was also just a level away, so that's it. That's the Pokemon I've. Moving on. I'll put the Galarian Meow there for a bit of variety as well. Now I just need to evolve the Psyduck. Now after some brief grinding, I can evolve my Psyduck that I got. Psyduck's pretty easy to get. You can usually find them in rivers, but pretty much a lot of bodies of water will spawn them. Right, what's next on the list? That was a pretty nice rapid fire of catching Pokemon, so I think it's finally time I give you that well-deserved time lapse. And then we can move on to the other stuff. Finally. Finally. Yeah, there isn't much to this time lapse. It's mostly just me clearing out trees and making the terrain a bit more favorable. But yeah, I'm gonna like work on things like bridges and such, maybe at a later date. But yeah, overall, it's looking pretty nice. No more comment. I've done a decent amount of progress. I mean, it looks like track material. Obviously, this is gonna need a few bridges and, you know, touch-ups to actually look like a track, but once this is fully complete, then it'll be great. We'll be able to do the race thing. Don't look at me like that. But yeah, looking here, it still feels like I didn't make too much progress. We've got a pretty clear line on the map, at least, of where the track's gonna go. And obviously from here, I want to sort of bring it around this way, and then back around, just so it's long enough to feel worth it, you know? That's still a lot of effort, and I feel like the amount of time-lapse, there's only so much time-lapse I can do of clearing trees. So I'd say it's finally time we talk about this tournament. I'm starting to make a bit too much progress off camera. I don't want to start doing that fucking meme. This isn't even Cobblemon related, so it's fine. Now I've whipped up a bit of a notice board, but I've also got the tournament information here. Unfortunately, no one else is signed up yet. I need to get better at advertising. Actually, maybe that's what I can do. But yeah, the gist of it is I just want a beginner sort of tournament, where you bring your starter and, you know, get people to used to how tournaments would sort of work. My thing is it's gonna be like best of 3 per person sort of thing, like and just be like elimination tournament. But you can have a team of up to 6, but use only 3 in a battle. And obviously you can sort of switch it up. But yeah, when I get it sorted, it'll be probably its own video of just the whole tournament. But I need to organize it. And I suppose I should probably prepare my own team just in case I need to participate. Just in case. Maybe I could use this as an opportunity to use stuff from my live decks. I get them trained up a bit. But also because none of them are EV trained like my main guys. So it would be a bit more. I realized I didn't actually have anything for the last bit of this video. I don't actually know how to organize a tournament. And I don't know how much can really be shown on camera anyways. So yeah, this is a pretty stale ending. What can I do for the last little bit? I forgot how long this base was. Hello.
Hello. Whoa. You never come over here. Unless prompted or accidentally arriving on the train.
Yeah, no, I didn't even take a train this time. I didn't know what else to do, so I thought I'd find everyone else.
This were the other 2 things attached is what I was using as a plane pickup design.
Oh, okay.
So like I would lower down with the rope, and then I'd actually be able to pick up the plane with these guys. And for some reason, it looked like it was all bugged out after a relog.
Yeah.
I had to relog as well because like my helicopter just disappeared.
Damn.
So this would normally have another thing attached underneath it, and it'll like it will attach to that bit.
I can see the.
It's because I've got a clock right there.
All right, I can see how it would work though.
Yeah. So
if it was functioning,
this will be like just under the helicopter. This one will pull up and be attached into it, and then there'll be 2 underneath, that one and that one, which one's on the plane and one's on my helipopper or on the rope. So I can lower it down, it'll attach, pull it back up, and then it'll attach to this.
No, okay.
And then I can fly away with it. I've tested picking up my plane with it. It works great.
I feel like that's going to be a pretty common thing.
So we can join and you can record.
Yeah. Well, I apologize for that lack of context. That's pretty much all I got. I'll I'll have to see you guys next time. This video was so stupid. Why did I even think that way? What even was this? I just did like a track and stuff. I didn't even do any relevant tournament things. I just said about it. I could have done that from the start. That could have been the whole thing. I could have done like 1 minute of